Good morning, YouTube. Had some coffee. And brown Clooney in my pipe today. I've been smoking this since I opened it at the, we had a meetup a couple weeks ago. Weekends ago. And I've been smoking this ever since, pretty much. Along with that and cigars, but I have been smoking more cigars lately for whatever reason, but just been in a mood for it. But as far as pipe tobacco goes, this one's definitely been hitting the spot. It's a, anyways, I'll talk about it more later. I'm going to review it coming up soon, so stay tuned. But it's from 2020. It's one of those deals where you have a couple tins just sitting around and you're like, oh, I'll open this one. It's just sitting in the back. I forgot all about it, to be honest with you. I got it first trip to Boswell's, I believe, when I got that one. So anyways, without further ado, I want to thank everybody for recommending this video. A bunch of people in the comments, one of the last videos I made, they were talking about, they wanted to know my top 5 vapors. I had to think about that one. And I think just like most people's tastes, it's constantly evolving, you know what I mean? But still though, over time, ever since I've been smoking a pipe, you know, it's one of those deals where like your taste change a little bit, but these blends have just been there from the start for me, and I've really enjoyed them. I mean, obviously, not all of them are older, and I haven't been smoking them all that long, but still, though, they're one of those ones where it's like you put it down and you pick it up a couple months later, and it's just as good as you remember it. So these will be, to me, even though they're top 5 right now, they'll still probably be top 10 forever, you know what I mean, to me. Some might come and go, but, you know, they'll still be very solid ones that you can smoke forever, in my opinion. But anyways, let's start it off. Number 5, and this one, you know, some people might gripe about it or whatever, but if you look at, there's 3 different things you can look at, and I don't think Peter Heinrichs necessarily has a website to go and look at the specs. If you look underneath, but this is called Curly Special or Special Curly. Some places call it Curly Special, some places call it Special Curly. It's Special Curly on the tin, is what it says. It says Special Curly on the tin, so it's Special Curly to me. So anyways, it says it's basically sweet spun cut Virginia. Doesn't say anything about having Perique in it, but in my opinion, it has Perique in it. If you look at the coins, I'm not opening this one isn't open, but if you look at the coins, they have some darker stuff in the center. They're spun cut. It tastes like it's got Perique in it. I know not everybody gets it, but to me, it tastes like it has a little bit of anise, like licoricey type of flavor to it. I really, really enjoy that blend. Some people don't get it, I know, but that's fine. You know, everybody's taste is different, but to me, it's one of those blends where my buddy Uncle Willie turned me on to it, and ever since he did, I've been smoking the crap out of it. I did get 2 tins of it, or the 100-gram tins, and I'll probably end up getting more because that's all I have, because the first one is half gone. So, you know, if I had more of it, I'd probably smoke it more, to be honest with you. So I probably will next time I order some tobacco and I see it up. That's one of the ones I'll be stocking up on. I'm only stocking up on my favorites from now on. So I've been doing that for the past 2 or 3 years now, smoking my Bings, by the way. One of my, found this pipe for like 50 bucks up in Winchester. It was either 50 or 60, like brand new. Number 4, and you can kind of sub another one in here for this, but Robert McConnell's Scottish Cake. Scottish Cake and Scottish Flake are very similar to me. They are a different blend, don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying is I like one just as much as the other one. I do like this one just a little bit more though. But it kind of depends on one of those things where what you're on the mood for. And they smoke a little bit different because one of them's a flake form, one of them's a cake form. And kind of cake, I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of rubbed out flake to me is what this is in here. But it smokes beautifully. The other one, you got to rub it out really good, but it's, you know, they have a little bit of different topping on them, I think. But to me, the cake is just my, you know, my favorite of the 2. But a lot of people compare those 2, so I brought it up. Number 3, this is probably one of the first, it might be the first VaPer that I actually had that I enjoyed. My buddy John turned me on to this one. Like I said before, I was a cigar smoker and we were meeting up at the lounges, and you know, only had the crap that they had, because 90% of the lounges I've ever been in, all they sell is just the bulk aromatic stuff on the wall. That's all they got. And it gave me tongue bite. I didn't like it. So I wasn't really into pipes that much. But once he brought me this, it was this, and I think Star of the East was the first two that I liked, that I really loved. And ever since I had a Scudo, I've always smoked it. Like, I love this blend. When I just pulled this one out, I know I have at least 7 or 8 tins of it just sitting in the back, aging at different years. I don't open it until it hits 5 years. This one is from 19, so I won't be opening this till at least next year. I do have a tin I'm smoking on right now. When I smoke it, I usually smoke a bowl or two and then kind of put it back up on the shelf. I can fly through a tin of that, no problem. But it's kind of like a treat type of deal to me, because I don't smoke it until it hits 5 years. So, you know, the one I have now I think is 6 years old, and I've been smoking on that for the past 6 months or so. But yeah, Scudo, and I've heard a lot of people too that are, you know, the older pipe smokers and stuff. When I say older, seasoned pipe smokers, the guys that have been smoking for a lot longer than I have, you know, since the 60s and 70s per se. But they say that the Scudo's changed over the years. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I don't know. I've only had it about 9-10 years ago, whatever it was that I had it. It was probably aged when I had it, to be honest with you, from my buddy John. So it's probably 4 or 5 years old at the time. But I don't remember it really changing that much. I just know I don't like it when it's fresh, and I like it when it's aged. When I say aged, 5 years. Oldest I've had it's probably about 10 or 12 probably. And it was fantastic, so I don't know. But that's number 3, and that's, like I said, that's always going to be a top 10 for me. Number 2, this tobacco hasn't been out that long. It's only been out since probably 18 or 19. I don't remember exactly when it came out. But this is one of the tins I have. I have 5 or 6 tins of this stuff. I liked it so much I stocked up on it. So this one's from 2020. But yeah, so this has got 3 years age on it. But this stuff is just fantastic. And you can say it's not a traditional Perique or VaPer blend, because it does have Perique, and it also has, it's got some Orientals in it as well. But, you know, to me, all of these have a little bit of something different in them. Some of them have some Burley in them, some of them have Kentucky in them. But, you know, as far as Periques go, it's still Virginia Perique. It has Virginia Perique in it, so I call it a VaPer. But anyways, the Red Hunt, if you have not had this, to me, when it ages, it kind of tastes like chocolate-covered cherries. You know, very subtle. It's not a heavy topping or anything like that, but I just get that vibe from the dark fruit and a little bit of, for some reason, I don't know, I get a little bit of cocoa-iness to it. I don't know if that's coming from a topping or the blend, but it doesn't seem to be going away. It seems to be getting stronger, so I think it's just the tobacco just has that type of aroma to me for some reason. Weird. This brown Clooney's tasting pretty good this morning. I will say that. So, number 1, I have little tins of this. I have the larger tins of this. Don't have it in bulk. Never seen it in bulk before. I've had it a couple of the other Rattray blends, so you kind of probably have an idea what it is now. I have seen some of the other Rattray blends in bulk, but I have not seen this one in bulk for some reason. But either way, though, I have plenty of tins of it. I have the, like I said, the 100 grams, and I have plenty of the 50-gram tins. So, you know, I'm pretty good. But this is one I could smoke all the time, like all the time. Like, it's one of those deals where, and all these are, the top 5 is the same way. Like, you know, if some crap hits the fan and I can't get pipe tobacco anymore, these are ones I've been stocking up on over the years. Aside from Curly Special, I have a bunch of the other Peter Heinrich blends, but I need to get more of these. I need to probably get 3 or 4 more tins of that. But all these I have like a bunch of tins of, what I call a bunch of tins, you know what I mean? So I'll be stacked up on it. So if crap hits the fan, I'll be happy just smoking these blends. I'll be fine. It's not a big deal to me. I don't need 50 blends. I'd rather have like 10 or 20 that I really love, you know. Howl of the Wind. So Rattray's Howl of the Wind. I don't really remember when I had this one first. It was probably from my buddy John. Like I said, I talk about him all the time because he's actually younger than me, but he's been smoking a pipe pretty much since he was 18 or so. You know what I mean? So when I first, like I said, I started off in the cigar world, as you can see, but you know, getting into pipes and stuff, he's the one that really got me into pipes, and he has a bunch of, like, he has a huge seller of pipe tobacco. And my other friend Tom, he's an older gentleman, he's been smoking since the 70s. So I've tried a bunch of stuff through him too. So it might have been through him, I don't know. I haven't known him as long though as I know John. But yeah, but the Rattrays, there isn't many Rattrays blends I've had that I really don't like when it comes to vapors. Like I said, Brown Plenty, I just had this one, you know, but like this and the Marlin Flake and what's the other one I smoke all the time? I can't remember, it's tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it right now. You guys will probably think of it. But there's a bunch of Rattrays blends I really enjoy. But this one to me, Howl of the Wind, it just has the right amount of sweetness. It has the right amount of Perique in it, right amount of spice. It's just not too strong. I can smoke it all the time. So that to me is my top 5. And I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this Brown Plenty. And thank you to all the veterans.